Hey everybody, welcome to episode 7 of the Dimeback Retrocast. I'm Tyler. Tonight we have Megan Bard.
Hello.
And Peter Bard. Okay, and Russ Steinberg.
Hello.
And we're joined tonight by national champion, good friend of ours, former podcast guest, Khalid El-Amin. What's up, man?
Hey, I'm sorry for all the problems we had yesterday.
It's all good, man. I'm glad we're here.
But I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to watch such a great game. I'm ready to roll.
All right, we're going to watch UConn at Pitt, December 12th, 1998 in 3, 2, 1. Oh, man. So, yeah, we tried and failed to do this last night, so this is take 2. I was saying, Khalid, we got like 10 minutes of insight last night, so I'm going to look really smart when I'm like, hey, you played AAU with some of these guys, right?
Okay, sounds good. Sounds good.
Oh, man. So were you home in Minnesota?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
How you guys hanging in, stuck in the house?
Oh, yeah. It's been a bit of a struggle, but we're making it work. We know why it's for, so,
Yeah.
it's for a good cause. So we have to just, follow the protocol.
I was thinking about you today because I remember we talked on the last podcast you joined us. You were so pumped about doing the March Madness broadcast this year.
Yes. It would have been fabulous. It was going in Atlanta. It would have been just a terrific experience for me. Being at the Final Four, not playing, but being an analyst, it would have been just something special. So I was looking forward to it, but hey, we have to take life as it comes, and we just move forward and keep putting one foot in front of the other.
Yeah, hopefully next year when you're there, you'll be able to watch UConn in person.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what I'm waiting for.
Oh man, what do you remember? What do you remember going into this game? Were you guys fired up to play Pitt?
I don't know if we were really fired up. I knew that coming into the game that they had been playing well as of late. Coach emphasized that, and he just wanted us to match their energy early. I can remember that, and I don't think we did a good job at matching their energy early. But, when you play against teams and you're number one, you're going to get everyone's best shot. So we just had to, withstand the early run and their momentum, and we were going to be fine. So we just wanted to be able to match their energy in the beginning and just hit our stride like we normally do, and we felt confident.
How come all these Pitt students look like they're 45 years old? I don't know, something's not right here. I don't know.
I can tell you that their arena was so crazy. I mean, it was old. The locker room was small. It was like a high school locker room. So we were kind of angry coming onto the court. But I think that's the reason why we had such a slow start, because we weren't in our luxury in a locker room that we're used to,
We watched, in one of these earlier retrocasts, we watched UConn Pitt in 98, right, your freshman year. And Pitt was not very good. I feel like this was the year where they really started to turn it on. So were you guys like,
yes,
did you maybe take them for granted a little bit coming into?
Well, in the freshman year, when we played them in Hartford, they were already talking that they wished that the season was over. So we kind of knew that they were, kind of giving up on the season freshman year. But this season, we knew that we were in for a dogfight, though.
Yeah, Cummings was crazy good.
Oh, yeah, he was a big-time player. Nice size, 6'3", could shoot, run the team. He was the real deal. He was.
Lockhart well on the perimeter. Cosby. Good defense by Connecticut. Man-to-man.
I love just watching this team play man defense.
Greer looks to score as he drives down the lane, puts up a shot.
Yeah, just got eaten right up there.
Jake.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Here comes Moore.
Got to dunk that, Rick.
And that's what made him so good, guarding me every day in practice. I really helped his defensive game, and Ricky should send me a letter. I think you should write me a thank you letter for that.
Ricky, send a letter. Should have gotten 2 rings.
He didn't talk about individuals. He talked about Panthers work the shot clock down to 12. Good pressure defense on the perimeter so far by the Huskies. No good looks. Lockhart.
Ooh, got ya.
Yeah, he would have hit that on me. He hit a couple of them on me. He was a good shooter. And, the game plan was to just make him make tough shots. And he made a couple of tough shots. And so, you got to shake a player's hand when he hits a shot in your face. It's good defense, but better offense.
Yeah, not much you can do on that one.
Yeah, my guy Bosco, he needed more touches. I'm sorry, Jake, but you still did great in the NBA, buddy.
We were trying to guess last night how far into this game before Jake gets 2 fouls, you think?
Oh.
No one got a softer whistle than Jake.
No.
You're right.
It's a 1-on-4, and he backs it off to Moore.
Okay.
Down the lane off the glass. Too strong. Gets his own rebound. Has it stripped underneath.
I love these Big East games where guys would like bang into each other and nobody blew a whistle.
Oh yeah, that was all about the Big East. Physical, tough. And the Big East was about the toughest team. If you were a tougher team that night, you were going to win most times. And that was just the nature of the Big East. To be physical, play in transition. That's Big East at its finest.
And I feel like starting with this game, but really as the rivalry between UConn and Pitt kind of developed the next few years, that kind of became a trademark of those games between those two teams.
You're right. You're definitely right.
Yeah, there's a lot of rock fights with Pitt.
There was like a decade where there was just bloodshed.
I hated all of those Pitt teams so much.
Oh, yeah. Starting with this one.
Just loathed all of them.
Easy look so far for Pittsburgh. Little too strong, tipped up.
Ricky only made 18 threes all season. We just saw one of them.
Well, the scoring, 5 for Lockhart. On the other side of the ledger, Ricky 5 to lead the way for the Huskies.
Interesting. They just bounce off the ref?
Did that hit the referee's foot? Yeah, I think it hit the ref's foot. We'll take it.
Yeah,
we'll take it, baby.
Just how Jake drew it up.
4-point lead. Biggest lead for either team. 3.5 minutes in. Turn around by Cosby. Bending off. And there's Bosco.
There you go, Jake.
More to El-Amin. He's got Freeman on the wing. Gives it up to Freeman. And he
Cost you an assist right there.
That's the first time the clock has been stopped. We've been basketball for the first 3.5 minutes.
It's a very difficult.
I think I put him in a tough situation.
Almost handed the ball to him, and there was nowhere for Freeman to go to the basket once he got in.
Do you ever go back and watch these games, Khalid?
I do. I do. I haven't watched this particular game in a few years, but when I'm sitting at home, and actually I have watched a couple of games since we've been at home on lockdown, but I didn't watch this actual game.
Oh, good.
Did you watch the 99 title game?
No, people ask me that. I don't watch that game so much. I've seen it a few times, especially right after it happened, but I don't watch that game so much. The highlights are enough for me. I like, different games. I really liked watching the games as a freshman when we went to the NCAA tournament. Those games, just showed, the type of team that we really were. I like to watch those type of games when they really meant something, the do or die games.
4-point lead for the Connecticut Huskies, ranked the number 1.
That was just classic rip.
For the first time, gives it up to Cosby, working against Saunders.
Look at Saunders on D.
Look at him.
Look at him. They put a body on everybody who's got the ball.
Greer goes to Hawkins, deflected. He saves it. 8 seconds on the shot clock.
Yeah.
It's going to go up.
From straight away, rimming off for a rebound to Mooring.
He is still struggling with his shot.
Mooring's low-key still one of my favorite players.
I was just about to say Mooring is like on my list of underappreciated UConn guys.
Give me the
Silent
shooters, man.
assassin.
Yeah.
And we're going to do just that right now with 15:24 remaining in the first half. It's an 11-7 lead for the top-ranked Huskies.
Man, that logo is so ugly.
Yeah, not great.
That's hideous.
Triggered by their guards.
Take it, Rick.
Oof.
Good anticipation, picking the ball up and taking it end to end.
Oh yeah.
I'd watch a highlight video of Ricky playing defense.
Oh, absolutely.
I would too. I think I would too.
I'd watch a video of Ricky Moore playing defense in practice against Khalid every day.
Yeah, I would watch that too.
Same. Same.
Did you guys talk a lot of shit in practice?
Hey. No, we did. We definitely did. You know, especially when Coach got on us. That's when we all started to react and had to get competitive with each other because.
What about December conference?
Once Coach gets on you,
because I kind of think it gives an impetus to the season. It gets everybody.
It's all big the same mistake. You try not to at least, so your becomes a little bit more intense, and you get the trash talking a little bit in practice. So it's good. It's good competition. But you all know I was the king of the trash talk.
I was gonna say it definitely was. Yeah.
No.
It looked like you were talking to somebody.
Man. Come on, Rip.
Nope. Oh.
It's hard to imagine people willingly playing zone against this team. Worked that time.
Guard gives it up to the left side and an easy one for Greer. It's good to see Taylor up and down the floor. His back is not bothering him as much as he thought.
I'm getting mad again. Like I'm getting mad at this Pitt team again.
Yeah, there's something just
This I
inherently
remember was a
unlikable.
pretty infuriating game up until the very end.
It also doesn't help that I just remember the crowd being just
Vile.
totally awful.
Throwing things at the end.
No. I guess for Pitt, they were great, but those guys were really hostile. College kids, you can't blame them, but I don't think our UConn fans got personal like they got personal.
Yeah.
Crossing the line was definitely done in this game here. But hey, it's all part of being a college basketball player, so you had to live with it. And I kind of embraced that. I always felt like the competition, the trash talking, the opposing crowd always got me going. So I was a kind of a type of player that wanted that type of interaction. So it didn't bother me.
Certainly seemed to energize you in this game.
I almost asked you to watch the Stanford game from this year, too.
Oh, yeah.
That's probably, I think, the worst I've ever seen an opposing team treat a player. And then you beat the shit out of them.
That was the worst. Yep. Then it all works itself out, so I can't be mad anymore,
I picked this game because I wanted to watch a rip, too.
Yeah. Only with 20 minutes per game average play.
That is unbelievable. Think back a couple of years ago.
Khalid, what do you think about the shorts the guys wear now? They're so much shorter than you guys. Look how long your fucking shorts are.
It's just history repeating itself. A John Stockton all over again,
Got a Suleiman side.
It's just a sign of the times. Everything. Oh, yes. Suleiman, that was my roommate. That was my guy. He was a good guy, man. Yep.
He's been at the charity games the last few years. Seems to be a generally very happy dude.
Massachusetts now.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's a French teacher.
Wow.
Wow.
Yep.
Whereabouts, do you know?
I don't know actually which city in Mass, but I know it's definitely Massachusetts.
What about his home address? You want to give us?
I'm sorry, I don't know that, but I can get it for you.
Fair enough. Suleiman, come on the
I live in
pod.
Massachusetts. Tell him to call me. I want to hang out.
Get it, Al. See? That's all day.
I'll be.
Averill.
It's kind of your hood.
Yeah, it's,
It comes with 37 to play, and I hope you like a lot of up and down action.
Mooring shot 38% from 3 this year.
Well, what makes it refreshing is the fact that all year long, at least up
I take it.
He led the team other than Saunders, who was 1 for 1. I'm going to find that game.
Yeah.
God, that's beautiful.
Connecticut spread the floor very well. El-Amin delivering the pass, which he
Al B was the silent assassin for us. You know, he didn't say much. He just let his game do the talking, and I really respect him for that because, you know, he was a great player. He could have went to any other school and possibly started, but, you know, he chose to come to UConn to make us a more deep team, and I just really appreciated everything that he brought to the team because, you know, he could have went somewhere and played more and scored more points. But he chose to be on a great team and win a national championship. So he's just a class act.
Honestly, besides Ray, he might have the prettiest looking jumper I can remember in a UConn uniform.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He sort of feels like that last year's
So
club.
smooth.
Just easy stroke. I think Ray's jump shot just looked so easy, so pure. I think Richard Hamilton's shot looked easy for him, but also Albert. I thought those 3 guys' jump shot just looked easier than what it really was.
Yeah, well, Rip had that, like, 15-foot game that is, like, unmatched.
Yeah.
He took a lot more.
Yeah, the
treatment
mid-range
sophomore.
game. You're right.
Yeah.
Coming off those double screens, turn around, hit that 15-footer. It's beautiful.
Panthers have the ball. Here's Lockhart. 5 early points for him. He's one of those guys.
Not too many people do that anymore. You know,
No.
not too many coaches coach for the mid-range shot. It's all about the 3.
Well, he has been terrific. Good start for that young man, and we're tied again.
8 points.
He'll probably come back in another 10 years.
First 7.5 minutes for Pittsburgh.
They'll be wearing long shorts and taking floaters again.
Where are you going? To El-Amin, who's yet to take a shot. Here comes Jones. Penetrates baseline.
Ooh.
Where were you shooting?
Third turnover by the Huskies. The Panthers
8 minutes in.
in a tie ball game, a chance to take their 3rd lead in the first half.
Khalid, I was wondering about this team. Like, we always associate Calhoun as being, like, intense and yelling a lot. Like, were you veterans enough at this point that he kind of laid off a little bit, or was he still just as intense?
No, very intense. He didn't care who are we playing. You know, he coached every game like it was the last game, and that's how he gets your players to respond. That's how you get your players to have a sense of urgency, and he was a master at that. And you know, I kind of took that from his playbook, always being on point, always being ready, trying to be prepared for different situations, and you know, it rubbed off on me. It just shows why he's a Hall of Fame coach, the way that he approached the game.
What was the earliest into a game he pulled you? Do you remember?
Earliest. I don't know. Maybe the first time out, I believe. You know,
He's kind of famous
maybe
for,
the
like,
16-minute mark. Maybe was the earliest, but.
he's kind of famous for, like, dude commits a travel on the first play off the tip. He takes him out.
Yeah,
Definitely seemed like he stubbed angrily.
You know, I learned that early in my career, so I never tried to do too much early. I don't think. I think I always tried to let my legs get into the game because, you know, because of that reason. I think, you know, I knew he would get on me if I would get something out of my character early on. So I kind of like get myself worked into the game, got my legs up under me before I started to attack the way that I normally do.
That's good survival instincts.
How much sort of scouting do you guys do for these
I had
games?
great players aside of me, so.
A terrific free throw shooter. He's now 14.
Oh, the night before we have an extensive scouting report. You know, we go over each player, we go over their tendencies, what they're doing well. You know, so it's pretty extensive.
And with just over 11 and a half to play, they have their biggest lead, 3, thanks to Lockhart.
Yeah, Jared Lockhart, who made those 3 free throws in a row right there. Let's take a look at a little bit of play right here as he makes the move around to the outside and nails another 3. John, his scoring average is only 8 points a game, and he's already exceeding that.
He has 2 3-pointers so far, and he's made 3 free throws off a foul on a 3-point
I made fun of Pitt's zone. It's actually was working pretty well for a while there.
Oh.
Oh, boy.
Taylor reached around. The foul, though, goes on Stephen Flores.
Watch Taylor right here. You see him have to come out and go.
Oh, he just
El-Amin.
bit.
He's trying to help down on the
Totally
inside.
bit.
And when they kicked the ball back out, he had to come out and pick up El-Amin. Of course, what happens is, as he's coming out, El-Amin's going to the basket, and Taylor reached up and fouled him.
I should have shot that.
As to who the foul was called. John Collins,
Always.
number 42.
Especially if he's going to foul you.
So let's give it to 22.
Yeah, man.
Not Stephen Flores, who's not made an appearance so far. 3-point lead for the Pittsburgh Panthers. More with it on the
We
perimeter.
watched this Pitt team from last year, right? Like, they committed a lot of dumb fouls in that game,
Jumping
too.
out on him.
Hit in his zone now, out of that out-of-bounds play. This is a 1-3-1 matchup.
1-3-1 now. Shoot it, Rick.
Huh.
Hey!
So more with his second
That
three-pointer.
was Ricky Moore. That wasn't Rip.
They were just leaving Rick open, as you see. Yeah, they were just leaving Rick open, and he was knocking them down.
All right, so now we've seen 2 of his 18 threes.
A little more pressure now on Lockhart.
Gonna
Keep
watch
in
the
mind.
other 16 by the time this quarantine's over.
I'm into it, man.
Yeah,
Rick's one of my favorite players of all time.
same.
Honestly,
Yeah,
I could probably put almost this entire 99 roster in my top, 20 favorite UConn players.
College transfer, Jeremy Holmes.
Yeah.
Taylor drives and uses the
Funny,
I mean,
my
Khalid, you're number 1 for coming on the podcast.
yeah.
Right.
Top one, too.
This was such a fun team to follow as a fan, though. Like, it was such a well-constructed team, and it was a
Great
really fun
chemistry.
team to watch, and great
Yeah.
chemistry, and
At least it seems that
Get
way.
in.
Yeah.
Oh, I was about to lose it.
No, it definitely was that way. You know, we all enjoyed playing with each other. We all wanted each other to be successful. So, you know, we definitely had the team camaraderie that you need to win.
It's like the most perfectly assembled roster, I think, of all time.
Yeah. Okay, I think that might be a foul.
Suleiman is your loose cannon. Actually, no,
Saunders
this
is on
team
the
had
bench,
Edmund
like, we can
Saunders.
throw
He
dudes
was the
now?
loose cannon.
Yes.
Kevin Meacham has joined us.
Hey, is Khalid here?
He is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Can you not see Khalid?
him?
Oh, no, I can't. I was doing jokes.
Oh.
What-
That's-
We
what's
can't
up,
do
Khalid?
technology
Scared
jokes
me.
anymore, Meech.
Oh.
Mitch, we're talking about how perfectly constructed the 99 team was.
It was a pretty good constructed team, I gotta say.
Ooh. That was pretty. Look at Jake.
John, there were 2 things that happened right there. Did you see Bosco
Hey,
step out and
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He was our anchor.
move to the basket? Then once he made the move,
I think Rip owes him a drink for that one.
It was a terrific defensive play because it looked like he had the lanes.
Did you guys razz Jake for the hair? Like, even in 1999, that was like,
It was a lot.
it was a lot, yeah.
But the ladies
that's-
loved it.
That's in sync hair in 1999.
Hey,
Instinct was popular.
just when it came to the hair of Bosco.
Oh,
Look at that ball movement.
yeah,
Beautiful.
that was pretty.
Oh,
That had worked. That would have been awesome.
Yeah, that was nuts.
God, this place sounds crazy loud.
A 12-2 Pittsburgh run. Hawkins now kicks it back outside.
No, it was loud. It was loud.
Show Junior College, which is
I'm loving the gigantic Big East logo on the floor.
I was just
Yeah.
thinking that, like, oh, it's gonna be back in the court again.
Cummings underneath the basket.
Oh, Jake.
Oh.
Yeah.
More running. El-Amin.
Ooh, that was pretty.
nice pass. Another one.
And
All
the
right.
foul underneath.
Yeah, he pushed him in the back. Wow, we were really moving that ball. Wow.
For the open guy. If there's somebody more open than you are, then get the ball.
No, but we're talking like this is right at the end of the era where UConn was all fast breaks and outlet passes, and then it became all about block shots for like 5-6 years.
8 years.
8 years,
10
really,
years.
yeah.
02 through 09, we led the country in blocks.
Hmm.
Look at that, Jake.
Damn.
Which is cool, but I really like this where it's all about ball movement.
Yeah, this was really fun to watch.
Yeah. Look at that.
Look at that.
Forcing it up on the side, too strong,
Man.
rebounded by Greer. Will Connecticut connect by one? They can even get close. Made 5 of their
It reminds me of like what the best UConn women's teams would be able to do offensively.
What are you doing, Ed?
Hey, you can't knock them. They can score the ball.
Khalid, we did one of these with Gabby Williams, who's a recent UConn women's player, and we told her our plan was to shit talk one of the other players on the court, so they'd be more encouraged to come on the next podcast and defend themselves. So if you want to pick one of your former teammates and just put them on blast this entire time, you let us know.
I gotta pick my spots on that. Hold on.
That was nice. That was really nice.
Yeah.
I think we could get Ricky or Freeman, so. It's funny, when I was covering the team when they were both assistant coaches, Ricky should talk the kids on the roster. Like, he'd be in pregame warm-ups, and they'd be, like, doing dribbling drills. And Ricky'd be talking shit. It doesn't leave you, I don't think.
He's a player.
It's a good defensive possession.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on the type of, I guess each player would know. I mean, you have each coach has their type of relationship that they have with a player, and the type of, players or the kids that you can speak to like that you can challenge, and, that they will step up for that challenge. And so, I think Ricky Moore talking trash to a player was just getting him hyped and getting ready to go.
Yeah, I definitely think that's a good way to encourage certain players. Yeah, perhaps there are others who don't handle it as well.
I would not have handled it well.
No.
I'd be crying before the tip-off.
I got to say, every time I've ever interviewed Jim Calhoun, I've really tried hard to have him not yell it. Shoot it, Jake. Look at that. All right.
There you go.
Second field goal for Edmund Saunders off the bench. He cuts it back to a 5-point lead. Early on, it was the Huskies who had a 4-point lead a couple of different times. But with about 6.5 remaining, it is Pittsburgh on top.
Khalid, do you find it jarring when the score's not on the screen the whole time?
No, it's okay. It's all right.
That's been an adjustment for us. You used to knowing what the score is, and now it's like we were up by a bunch. It's been bad lately.
I'm a little disappointed in what I see behind Mike Vrabel.
Orange trying to rebound. Disappointing loss. I know it's Morgantown, but Jim Boeheim on Wednesday.
Oof.
Hopkins with a little bit of a drive, misses short. Lockhart touched it last.
Wow.
All right.
So kind of quietly now, the Huskies beginning to creep back into this ballgame.
Well, this is a very good club. I mean, they're going to contain their composure right here. Ralph Willen's still trying to get his club up. He told me yesterday, he says, we got to play with a lot of passion. He said, we've got to play with emotion. We're not as deep as Connecticut, and our guys have got to come out, perform hard every minute they're on the floor.
The last 4 points have been scored by
Hit
Connecticut.
it.
Mooring's got a 3 on the way, too strong. Nice rebound inside by Holmes in a crowd.
Ooh.
Ugh.
That was pretty.
Holmes, what a terrific play. Big, strong rebound underneath, and a pass almost.
I knew there was a reason I hated this team.
Hamilton for 3 from deep in the
That'll work.
God, that's
Go
beauty.
Rip.
His first 3 of the
Wet.
afternoon. He has 5 points for the Huskies. They're back within 4.
You got to get that Rip guy more shots.
He seems kind of good. I don't know. First time hearing about him.
He has to make them. I think he had a couple when he missed them.
Oh.
Interesting. All right, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Front arm to try to open a way down the lane, and he's called
Pack of cheaters.
Once again, you'll see Holmes make this great pass. Jeremy Holmes, this is after he pulls.
No, I showed up late. Khalid, did you talk about how this gym related to the other Big East gyms? Was this one of the most hostile places you played in?
It was a hostile crowd, but the facility was shitty. Actually, I saw the small locker rooms. It wasn't like the other Big East locker rooms. So we were kind of upset about that. But yes, the crowd was very hostile. They were very personal, and they were young college kids, so you had to let them off the hook. But it definitely was an environment that you had to have thick skin to get through this game, because they were saying every disrespectful slur or name that they can call you, they were doing it. Trust me, they were doing it.
Oof. Who had the nicest facilities in the Big East when you were like, yeah, we're gonna play there? They have a nice setup.
Well, I mean, now that you say that,
Was it MSG?
I think they were all normal locker rooms, but this field house was old and has legs, and I think Coach Campbell actually complained to the Big East about this facility after this game. So,
That's hilarious.
It wasn't up to par with the other facilities.
Was it comparable to the field house at UConn? Or like worse than that even?
I don't know. I think the field house at Connecticut was a little bit. The locker rooms were a little bit better than their locker room.
That all of a sudden got the lead now. Don't let Rip get hot. Yeah, another shook.
Oh my God! I can't believe that worked out.
Yeah, Saunders is playing well.
He was good.
All right, never mind.
He just jinxed it.
You jinxed it 20 years in the past.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, we'll take it.
Khalid, are you more of an XL guy or a Gamble guy?
You know the answer to that.
I do know the answer, but I'm going to let him answer the question.
Wow.
Civic Center. It was still Civic Center then.
Yeah, I think, I don't know. I think both arenas, I felt comfortable in because they were home courts. But I love, of course, the campus on Gamble. The fans are like they're right on you, and they're right there. So I think Gamble was the more hostile environment. But going to Hartford and playing in Hartford, it was great. It was a great facility. We packed the place every night, and
sure did.
It was just a great time. Both places, both homes.
When's the last?
I don't remember it being as fun because it hasn't been packed in a while. But back then it was always lit.
Yeah, it's 15,000 people screaming their faces off.
Oh yeah.
Did you come back for a game this year, Khalid? I forget. Was that last year?
I didn't hear you. You said, did I?
Yeah.
No. I didn't. I wasn't able to come back this year for a game. I was working with CBS doing a lot of basketball analyst work, so I wasn't able to get up for a game.
So I know that was about, obviously 5 years ago now.
89.3 points per game. Holy shit.
I would do terrible things to get 89 points a game.
Those are all
again.
bananas numbers.
That is crazy.
The team was kind of good.
Yeah.
Wow, we were.
That's why I'd always like when people talk about this, like UConn was an underdog going into that Duke game. It's like, did you watch them play though? Because I don't think so.
I think it was due to, Duke was so just overwhelming in the ACC. They just tore the ACC up that season. I want to believe that they were undefeated in the ACC.
I believe that's correct.
And so I think, they had a lot of hype around that, and, they had a good play. They had good players on paper. So I can understand us being an underdog coming into the game, but not 10-point underdog.
Right.
Right.
That was silly.
Also, that Duke team had already taken its only loss of the season by the time this game was being played here. So they had won like 30 in a row.
That's why we were number one for 2 months.
Yeah. They lost to Cincinnati like 2 games into the season.
There you go, Rick.
And you can tell our character. You know, we played more close games than Duke this season here, and you could tell in our game that we were seasoned for a close game. You know, we had been in battles. We learned how to win close games. And I don't think Duke was in many close scenarios throughout the whole season. And I think it showed coming down the stretch of the national championship game that, you know, we had the more experience in the tighter games to come out with a victory.
He pulls up. Too strong. Rebound comes to
I always wonder that last play where Langdon tries to drive the length of the floor against Ricky Moore, and it's like you could not have picked a play that's a worse percentage play for Trajan Langdon. And he doesn't call a timeout and set something up. He says, no, let's just go. And loses the game right there. And I'd still like, what were any of those guys thinking?
Yeah.
I agree that Coach K is not a great coach.
It speaks to my point that they weren't ready. That they weren't in close situations, many close situations. So they weren't ready for that. And when they have to just play, you know, make up a play and have someone create, it was hard for them to do because they didn't usually do that.
Each team has 4 threes.
Picturing it right now, Trajan Langdon just like eating it on that last play. That was fun. It was a lot of fun. Because I have watched that game a lot of times.
Was there a point in that game, the Duke game, Khalid, where you knew you had them? Or was it
the tip? He knew the whole time.
That I knew we had. You know, I had confidence that we definitely could win the game. It wasn't a question about that, but I knew that they were a good team. They could hit shots, and I just wanted us to have a little bit of a cushion at the end of the game, you know, like being up 3 points at the end of the game. So, you know, they can only tie it up worst case scenario. So that's the only, I guess, scenario that I really wanted to play out, that us have a little cushion coming down the stretch.
Almost took his arm off from the elbow down.
Jake had pretty good hands, man. I don't think Jake gets enough love for his hands.
No.
But he got himself set so well. He squared up, looked at the basket, and released. Very nice. And the point to the guy.
Underrated passer, in my opinion.
Something we always talk about with Jake Khalid is he's probably one of the best screeners that we can remember.
The Huskies now in the bonus because Pitt has committed.
No question. Him and Kevin Freeman. You know, they were the glue that held our offense together.
Third time we've been deadlocked.
Such a cool team because obviously you and Rip scored a shitload of points, but like between Ricky's on-ball defense and then all the little things that Jake and K. Free did well. Ooh, come on.
Just seemed like with this team, there were always everybody was willing to play a role, even if they were maybe better than that role, because they wanted to win. Like I always think about Rashmel Jones, like definitely took a smaller role, and he was a good player. But
now I'm mad again. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a bad
UConn's going to lose this game.
That shot that I just took.
I bet you I was super mad for
timeout right now,
15 minutes.
Coach is not happy here.
Letting me have it, I believe so, at this time out here. You know, definitely not. That quick shot that led to the other 3-point shot at the other end, he wasn't happy. Trust me.
The rebound off the miss by Taylor. Look at that. Look at this move. Now he's falling away.
What is?
Kind of threw an elbow, it looked like.
Yeah, it definitely looked like he elbowed Freeman in the face.
Yeah.
Hey, it's a Big East.
Cummings with the length of the court. Where he's standing. He just launches. He says, I feel it.
I've seen him do that before, I tell you.
I'm happy I know how this game ends.
That's such a big part of it.
It's a lot
I can watch
easier
any
to
game
watch.
if I know UConn's going to win. 19 points for this piece of shit.
You're so mad. He's so mad.
He's at home, though, guys. We have to remember he's playing at home.
That's true. That's true.
And he's comfortable. 19 points in the first half. Let's see what happens second half.
Let's see.
I think that's a good idea.
Let's see.
All right, Khalid, give us some insight. What do you like? If you don't remember, what do you think Calhoun was saying at this halftime?
Well played, surprising first half.
El-Amin, you gotta fucking pick it up. I mean, you haven't scored this half. You know, we're down 5.
I'm John Sanders.
You know, come on, shit, let's get it going. And you know, and that's all he to say to me in front of everyone, and that would get my engine going. And we'll see what happens in the second half.
He had a big 11 points in that first half, and here's 3 of them right there on an excellent shot from beyond.
Do you need that at this point, or do you know? Like, are you feeling the same thing when you go in after a half like this? You're down by like 5 points. Like, what do you need to hear at the half versus what do you already know?
I knew the makeup of our team. Yeah, the team didn't need me to score in the first half. That's not what our team needed. I needed to distribute the ball, get everybody into the game, let them get a good feeling. And then in the second half, in the important possessions, I knew I was going to be open because the defense wouldn't be worried about me because I would have already gave everybody their opportunities to score, and then they would have forgotten about me. And then the important times, it would be my time. So, you know, as a point guard, you have to play the game within the game. And that's what it was.
It's funny. It reminds me a lot of watching Shabazz Napier in like 2013, 2014 when he was like clearly the best player on the team and clearly the scoring threat. And he would go entire halves where he would put up 1, 2, 3 field goal attempts. And then and you'd watch and you'd be like, okay, well, UConn's up 1 at the half or UConn's down 2 at the half. And then he would just come out and tear shit up the entire second half.
Oh, yeah. That's what good players do.
That'll work. Come on, Rip.
One of my favorite facts about this team here is they went undefeated on the road and undefeated when trailing at the half here.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's big. Being able to win on the road it's crazy, especially in the Big East. And this season, we're in the Big East. It was very hard to win on the road. This past season is what I'm talking about. So, you know, winning on the road is not easy. You have to learn how to do that.
And Taylor did not play. And the Panthers still took them to overtime.
Yeah, that's something I didn't really appreciate growing up, and now it seems so important. Like, really, I don't know if it's just like watching games in HD with like, you know, surround sound as opposed to watching on a shitty CRT, but like you really get the environment of this the arena better now.
Honestly, that's
like
the thing I've like missed since we've been in the AAC. Like so many of those away games are like, I mean, you got like your Cincinnati, you've got like there are some, but like you go to Tulane and they don't give a shit about what's going on in that basketball game, you know? It's gonna be really fun to go like back to
Tulane, Temple, South Florida. Yes, I get it.
They don't care. They just don't care enough. And like Creighton, they really care about basketball.
Yeah.
I want to hang out with people who care about basketball.
Yep.
Missed at the line by UConn. And the Panthers, as Freeman could not hang on.
Oh, yeah. They're just being a little more tough than us right now during the game, you know? They're out, those 50-50 balls, they're getting to them.
Nothing is clean in this game. It's like...
Andrew Kleber.
Kleber in?
At the Cummings, they get the fresh 30.
I think that was Kleber.
Trick is in the game. Oh! Yes, that's Trick. Yes.
Oh, that's bullshit.
Yeah, it's him right there, right? In the middle?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 22.
On Khalid El-Amin. El-Amin took only 4
Terrible
shots
call.
in the first
That was a
half.
terrible garbage call.
El-Amin is 203 pounds, is so strong. His upper body strength is incredible. Look at the right arm.
Upper body strength is incredible.
They called that a foul?
That's
That's not a Big East foul.
Big East?
That was a bullshit call.
Come on now.
Yeah, there's the makeup call.
Trying to get the basketball back was Hawkins, and he will pick up
Yeah, but he stopped a
There it
break
is. You're
with the
right.
makeup
No,
call.
but you're right about that. That is the makeup call.
Yeah.
Right in front of us here.
Yeah.
Call before the ref did.
And you were right.
Terrible.
Refs know when they fuck up.
Like, whoops, I didn't mean to blow the whistle there.
Yes, right.
That zone again. Had some success with it in the first half. It's like more of a 2-3 now.
I'm feeling really. Oh,
Stolen away.
Ricky, what the hell was that?
You ever seen a zone before? Come on.
The afternoon for Montego Cummings.
you never know. This team lit up Syracuse.
Good hustle that time by Pittsburgh to get back. Hamilton wanted to put one up, but they got back down inside. Lockhart was right there.
The Panthers have all 4 points scored in the second half.
This is
Oh,
a
you can't pass there.
shockingly effective zone, though. I will say.
Yeah.
They look active.
I don't
Really
associate Pitt
physical.
with zone.
Panthers are up by 9.
They've been in zone like this entire game.
I feel like Syracuse could learn a thing or two.
I guess so.
And, like, different zones.
Yeah, they were in the 1-3-1 earlier, and now they're back in 2-3.
Yeah.
Maybe this is where Jim Boeheim learned it.
Just got his first field goal of the afternoon. 2 minutes into the ballgame.
I feel like he's been doing that since he was a child. Just zone forever.
Khalid, who was your least favorite Big East team to play against?
Clock a bit. Shot clock winds down to 10, and it's deflected.
Least favorite.
Yeah.
Inside to Attila Cosby.
Miami.
Yeah.
That was going to be my guess.
Why's that?
Those are
It was-
good
it
Miami
was-
Those are some
teams.
You
tough
know,
Miami teams.
some teams match up well. They just matched up well against us, and it was always a tough, hard-fought game against them, always.
Both games against them in this season, 99, went right down to the last possession. The one in Miami, I think they missed a shot that
Yep.
would have won it at the buzzer.
Have all 6 points scored in the second half.
Mhm.
What about your favorite Big East team to play against?
Boston College.
Boston College. My favorite big, either Boston College or Rutgers.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Remember the graphic that showed you right at the top when they were
Rutgers.
hitting 50% in
Oh, wow.
this season, 6-0.
Oh, there you go. Ah,
Oh!
man.
Trying to go up to get it. Almost got it.
You know, John, Pitt's gone almost exclusively, except for the
Yeah, that was a bad pass.
with a zone defense, and it has really bothered Connecticut. I mean, they shot the ball well in the first half, and the turnovers have not been.
Yeah, I just looked it up. Miami finished 15-3 in the Big East that year. 99.
Yeah, that was a really
Yeah.
good team.
Yeah.
Miami and St. John's were both outstanding that year.
I associate St. John's with 99 because that was the was that the Artest team or the
From Pittsburgh, headed by
Yep.
With Artest and Eric Barkley.
yeah
That was a good
They,
team.
they almost
That was
played
Artest is on the team.
UConn.
Mhm.
yeah.
Yep, Eric Barkley.
There's just no clean rebounds in this game. There you go.
There it is.
All right.
Oof.
Who's that guy?
Heat check.
There it is. There it is. Gee.
Man.
Wow.
All right.
Down 10. Okay.
Here we go. Yup.
Hawkins on the perimeter to Greer. Working on Hamilton.
Now Jake's fired up.
Oh, got the double
Yeah,
team.
there
There
it
it
is.
is.
El-Amin with Hamilton and Saunders with him, backs away.
Wonder if he's going to shoot.
Now in the lane.
Of course he's going to
Nice.
shoot.
God, I love that floater so much. That is so pretty.
That'll work.
An easy one from about 6 feet out. El-Amin now with back-to-back baskets.
You know, it's funny. I'm trying to teach my sons how to shoot that shot, and they can't quite get it right now. They shoot it.
Your head and shoulders around the man.
Ah,
It's so soft.
I just get so frustrated. It's easy. It's an easy shot. Jeez.
Triggering their eyes. Watch El-Amin with a nice move right
Look
here.
at it. Here it comes right here.
Yeah, all you got to do is spin around in a circle. Throw it up in the air.
soft.
Spin around in a circle.
Yeah. Just dribble around the guy in a circle.
It's a horse shot.
For the Huskies.
Yeah, now Rip's like, oh,
Oh,
close shooting? All
Oh,
right.
God.
Points. That is his third three-pointer.
Is it good when you score 8 points in like 10 seconds?
A
Yes.
13-point lead is dwindled to 5.
That was the other fun thing about this team is just like you blink and they're scored 10 points.
Should've been
Rip
a
got
charge.
greedy there.
Oh.
Ooh. See, they didn't give that because they didn't give it on the other end.
You've got to allow the player catching the ball room to come down. And in the
Crowder Green is 50 years old. For Carter Greer. Khalid, you look younger now than he looks in this video. What's up with that?
Living in Pittsburgh ages you.
Yeah.
You must be the beard. It must be the beard.
We should note Khalid's rocking his UConn sweatshirt because he's always on brand.
Hell yeah.
Well, actually, I was just working out, and I was coming back in from the gym, so.
All right, man, you don't need to make me feel bad about it. But wearing these sweatpants for 6 weeks.
This is the slowest action we've had. We've had at least 6 seconds now with Cummings holding the ball.
Just rotating leggings at this point. That's all it is.
Look at Pitt. They're shook now. Not even bothering to run an offense. Where are you going?
Are they trying to run out the clock with 14 minutes left?
I think so.
Luckily, they didn't have a 45-second shot clock.
What was that call?
Ooh.
All right.
I'll take it.
Yeah, whatever.
I would have been mad about that call if that had been the other way.
4 on Greer.
And they did not have depth up front.
Let him have the ball, go to the other end because you want to play. He reached in and got him across the arm.
Yeah.
All right. Whatever.
Yeah.
All right, that's fair.
So I'm saying, like, there are no clean rebounds in this game.
Yeah.
Cosby returns. Taylor is in the lineup, along with Lockhart and Cummings.
Just 3 dudes smashing into each other and somebody eventually grabbing the loose ball.
You love the Big East.
Yeah, I genuinely do.
El-Amin against Taylor off the Hamilton screen.
Ooh, come on, K-Free. That'll work.
Perfect pass.
Ours pass all the way.
Intentional.
Got in there, got the air ball from El-Amin and had an easy one. Connecticut battling back now.
Just his second field goal of the day. Here comes Taylor skipping down the lane, misses with the left hand.
There you go.
Clears it ahead to El-Amin.
Up. Nope.
Little oop coming up.
Igor Cummings, and Cummings
Good
reached
thought.
around and knocked it out of bounds.
He got it off a lot.
Come on, ref.
See you that. A 10-2 run now. Another one of the Larry Conley runs that we've had in this ball game, huh?
It's been incredible. I mean, they've been big runs.
Hamilton gets penetration, misses the
And
miss,
one.
but will go to the line.
Oh.
So close.
You know, once in a while you get 6, 7, 8-point runs, but I mean, these guys are double-figure runs.
Good, you still keep in touch with these guys at all?
Well, it's a 10-2 run. They had a 15-2 run in the first half. The Panthers scorching in the second.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. On social media, I was just talking to Albert Morning today, Ricky Moore
But the Huskies
earlier.
back now.
And, yeah, we follow each other. We keep in touch. So even if, you know, we go 6 months without talking to each other and we finally speak, it's just like, you know, we haven't missed a day, haven't missed a minute with each other. So it's always a great reunion and great times when we get to talk and get to see each other.
Well, it's too bad no Calhoun game this year, so I know that's always a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Hamilton will pick up his second foul. 13:47
Yeah.
to play. It's the third team foul on the Huskies. The Panthers have committed 4.
Not often you see Rip Hamilton miss 2 free throws in a row. He came into the game shooting 76%, but that was the second.
What's up with Rip? What were you guys doing the night before? Why is he missing 2 free throws?
Cummings now working against more.
It happens. It happens.
Partying in
I feel
downtown
like he went on a hot
Pittsburgh.
streak after this game. Wish I had the box scores.
I know.
The game after this one, like random thing I remember, it was that Fairfield game after exams, where Fairfield was really dirty, if I remember correctly.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Ah, that's nice.
7 points for El-Amin in the second half, and it's going to be
He's heating up.
timeout.
This is great.
Taken by the Panthers. Their 13-point lead has dwindled to 3. 7 minutes.
Yeah, it looks like UConn beat the shit out of Fairfield in that game. 102
They
to
did.
67.
We've got to stop them. How do we do that? The guy they got to stop is El-Amin because he's the guy that really makes
A team scored 100 points 5 times.
I just remember in that Fairfield game, the guy trying to throw a punch at Rip.
Oh, I think I remember that. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, he has all 7 of his points.
Hey, if you can't beat it.
Fair point.
Is that the game? Am I thinking of the right game where one guy got an intentional foul and then another guy got a flagrant and got thrown out? Am I thinking of the right game?
Probably.
We'll watch it next week.
We
Sounds
probably
awesome.
should.
I'm always down to watch a beatdown. Those are my favorite.
Yeah.
The foul call, they don't get it.
See, that's why we got to pick one of the
Watching the
2001-2
beatdown.
women's season games because there are some really fun beatdowns.
Here's Hawkins. Long range jumper. Good. Boy, he's got a good touch.
Wow.
I'm going to make Ricky and Kevin come on, and I'm going to tell them Khalid was on the last one talking so much shit. You got to come defend yourself.
Take that shot. Ricky Moore in with Saunders, Freeman, Mooring, and Jones right now. Only one
Love that
starter in the
double
lineup.
curl.
Huskies. That shows you their depth. You got 10 guys averaging 9 minutes.
That's like my childhood in a nutshell. It's that double
Watching
curl
Rick
screen.
Hamilton run circles around.
Yeah, or Rochamel and Mooring, apparently.
Baseline pull-up jumper is short.
How do you gamble on Rip like that?
By Freeman, falling out of bounds, he turns it back to the Pittsburgh fans.
Man. Brilliant.
To get inside the huddle of your favorite Big East team, you can go online at www.bigeast.org for all of the basketball and conference news.
I'm going to go to bigeast.org real quick.
It's actually BigEast.com now.
Litter might be too strong a word for what I do with computers.
Who had .com before?
I don't know, but it's a somewhat recent change.
Yeah, bigeast.org. Dead ends. Nothing.
Wow.
I'm surprised in this game they weren't telling you the AOL keyword to use.
That is his first. It will be the against the Huskies of Jim Calhoun.
Big East at NYC, though.
49 remaining.
Yeah,
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
Go to that website, yeah.
All right, who's on UConn's coaching staff here? I see Dave.
Yeah.
Tom Moore.
Carl Hobbs,
Tom
yeah.
Moore, Hobbs.
I thought I saw Hobbs.
Yeah, Hobbs is there.
Coach Lato.
Yeah.
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 Lockhart, who had the 19-point first half, has not scored here in the second half. Holmes is back in there to key the offense and just does get it in to Attila Cosby.
Lato just signed an extension, right?
He did.
Yeah.
Yes, he did.
Shout
Yeah.
Dave.
Good for him.
He's a very sweet man.
Here comes Lockhart against Moore down the lane off the
Ah.
good.
Mm.
21 points for Jared Lockhart.
Foul him, Rick.
First basket for him in the second half. And right now, this Pittsburgh team playing with Vonteego Cummings, who's 1 for 12 this afternoon on the bench.
Oh, that's right. This is the game where Ricky ate up Vonteego.
Coming 1 for 12, did he say?
Yeah.
Yeah. He had a terrible game.
It's funny because we watched the 98 game and he was lighting shit up.
Moore against Lockhart.
Yeah.
Hamilton quickly for a three. A little short.
There you go. Ah.
Finish it.
Get in there.
Come on.
There you go.
Yes.
There we go. Eighth
Running
chance.
up the rebounds.
Yeah. Had that stat there.
Oh, come on.
Wow.
God, I remember every time they would hit one of those shots, it was just like, like we'd start to feel like we were getting back into it.
I'm
That's
angry.
super annoying. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
There we
Money.
go.
Every time. Money.
His second three-pointer, 7 on the afternoon. Good answer by Mooring.
This is an Albert Mooring fan podcast now.
I am fine with that.
It's just me praising Albert Mooring for 90 minutes at a time.
Here is Taylor.
We got to make the name some sort of pun on his name, like top of the mooring.
I feel like they're shooting like 80%
Yeah, all of
on
a
jump
sudden,
shots.
like every
Yeah.
shot's dropping.
They had the first 6 games of this season. Back up by 7.
Yeah, they're hot right now.
Led by as many as 13 here in the second half. Hamilton. Around Cosby. Into
Go
the
Rip.
up and hanging, shooting, missing, no good. Tip
Yeah, that'll work.
Bosco
All right.
again on that offensive glass. Jake Bosco has 7 points.
I'd love to see a stat that was like percent of rips misses that were offensive rebounded.
Probably exists now for guys.
Meech, I'm gonna need you to go back and chart this.
Go back and chart them.
I'm gonna game chart every game from 1978 on.
Analytics.
Yeah.
Kev Palm.
Analytics is what we call Meech from drinking a lot of whiskey and watching every game that's on the internet.
Someone wants to give me $60,000 a year, I'll do it.
Oof.
Oh. Oh no.
I don't know about
Oh,
that.
come on.
El-Amin, the Panthers keep it and get a new 35.
How about
Yeah.
this about Kelly Taylor on the baseline that time? The ball comes down on the miss by Hawkins.
See this one.
Watch on the right side of your screen, down underneath. Bosco's got it. He slaps it away, goes right off of the hand.
Oh my God, it did.
That's unlucky.
The Pitt Panthers overall, though, are winning the battle on the boards, even though the Huskies have done a good job. In the
Love him pointing as he falls over out of bounds.
Lockhart, Rich,
Oh,
Wow.
Get that shit
Let's
out
go.
hit it.
Good find. Let's go.
In a just world, that drops.
Coach Taylor averages 4 rebounds a game. He's not afraid to go up and get them. Cosby. Turn around against Saunders off the glass and good. 8 points for Attila Cosby, and the Panthers they're scoring from a lot of different sources right now.
Pitt's getting it everywhere, John. You're reading my mind. That's exactly
That's
what
annoying
I'm
as hell.
saying. They're getting shots underneath, outside, perimeter, in the lane, everywhere.
El-Amin against Taylor.
And I forgot how much of a great comeback this game was.
To the baseline, backs away. Now
It,
forces it
they're
up.
down by 4 with like 9 seconds left in this game.
Yeah, it was some impossible
Yeah, that
thing.
part I remember.
Yeah.
We're about to see one of the
somewhat
greatest turnovers in basketball history.
Air ball.
That's a nice pass.
Wow.
All right.
Richard Hamilton.
Look at Kelly Taylor pointing to himself. He's pointing to his brain saying, Coach, I know I made a mistake down there. That was really interesting. When Taylor made the foul down there, which obviously is going to send Hamilton to the line, he said, look, it was my fault. Shouldn't have put it up. See Hamilton make
Yeah,
the move
that's
right
nice.
there. Watch Taylor commit the foul.
Oh.
Hamilton will go to the line. Taylor's got the ball, and he looks
It
right
felt like
at the
3
ball. He
times.
said, Coach, I made a mistake. I shouldn't have shot that ball.
But I tell you what, remember Ralph wanting them to play for 1 right at the end of the first half.
Clay, do you have one assist that you remember more than any other play?
About 2 feet away from where you're sitting.
1 assist.
Uncharacteristic. He is now 3 for 6 at the free throw line. And Vonteego Cummings comes back.
Not just one. I have a few that I think that is cool.
Let's hear them all.
And
I remember freshman
we got
year.
time.
I think we were
the fact that it hasn't started.
we were playing Coppin State, and I threw the alley-oop to Kevin and Freeman, and he dunked it with the left hand.
Yeah.
Up
Alley-oops
until that
against
point,
Coppin
I've
State
never
are
seen him
tradition.
do something like that, and so it was pretty cool.
Cummings does as the point.
Hey, that pass was pretty cool. I think in the Final Four, my behind-the-back pass to Freeman
Oh,
that resulted in an and 1 against Ohio State. Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool.
Eat shit, Scooney Pen.
That's a game we should watch. That is a game to put on the list.
7:54 remaining in this basketball.
Yeah, Ricky really fucked his life up that day.
Panthers looking to go to
And
That's a good Ohio State team. Scooney Penn, Michael Redd.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
It was a good team.
in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, on the campus
What
of the
is
Oh.
that? Is
oh yeah,
terrifying.
the big guy, Kevin, or
Has been one
I forgot his name, but
Yeah, it has. And it's
he was pretty good.
out by the fact that both of these teams
Oh,
shot the
is
ball
it?
so well.
Greg Oden.
Hang on.
Down by 6.
No.
No. It was Ken
Ken Johnson.
Kenneth Ken Johnson. There it is.
Yeah.
points here in the second half. This is Freeman. Here's Bosco. Takes it right down the lane.
you go,
and draws
Jake.
the foul.
John, no help that time.
Oh, God. He had 5.4 block shots per game that year.
Whoa.
No, sorry. That was the it was,
Yeah, he was
2.8 that year.
yeah.
5.4 as a junior, 4.0 as a senior.
That's still a lot.
It's wild.
Not a big time scorer, rebounder really. Well, a little bit his senior year, but he blocked a ton of shots.
First half.
Anyone want to gamble on how many of these free throws Jake
Yeah, I
makes?
think he was the leader in shot block at Ohio State.
I'm guessing 1 for 2.
They have only made 1 in the second
He still got the hair though.
Yeah, I don't understand how it
Dramatic.
stays in place so well.
A lot of
He put a
gel.
lot in that.
Still got it.
With 8 points for the junior from Katy, Texas. 5 as we had at halftime. Holmes racing all
Jake was at 80%.
Yeah,
He was a
was
good
at-
free throw shooter.
Yeah.
I
Which
didn't
makes
realize
you feel
that.
like he should have shot more. Like he should have taken more like turnaround 12-footers.
Yeah, I wonder if he had it.
There he is in the middle again.
Was Jake a good shooter in practice, Khalid? Did he have a jumper?
Yeah. He had a 15-foot jump shot that he would take, and he was a good shooter. I think he, especially in the NBA, he really showed that he was able to hit that jump shot consistently. You know, that's why he lasted in the NBA as long as he did.
He was there almost 10 years, right?
Yes.
That and throwing a lot of elbows. Yeah.
Nice.
that'll work.
God,
That's a
that
great
was
feed.
beautiful.
Mooring with a nice drive right down the middle of that lane. The Pittsburgh zone defense is a little porous in the middle.
And this is the
Just
closing
another page in my Albert Morning scrapbook.
the closing seconds of the first half. It's a 3-point difference.
And that's another reason what made us so good. You know, we had multiple guys who could break you down off the dribble, getting to the lane, and make a play, either scoring or assisting to someone else. And that's what really made us the team that we were.
No good.
There you go, Kev.
Freeman kept it alive.
Yeah, you could just
Yeah.
you
What a-
felt the game change on that last.
Such a quintessential
play,
Kevin
huh?
Freeman play.
It really was.
It's like Jake gets the defensive rebound with like crazy confidence, and then K-Free goes down.
You see the Huskies up there
It's
putting
over.
those rebounds down.
We've got a timeout with 6:17 to play. It had been a 13-point deficit for Jim Calhoun's club.
It's my favorite things about college basketball. You can just feel the game change so much.
Cut that lead to 1.
And it's like-
Don't leave us. We've got 6:17 remaining.
And Ricardo Greer, he had 4 fouls. So I seen him on that play, how he couldn't even play defense. So they wanted him back in the game, but he couldn't play defense. So, we were trying to attack him a little bit.
Pitt had a big edge, but
We got some
thanks to
full court
nice
press.
work at the offensive end, the rebounds are
Love it.
29 apiece.
And most of that by Jake Bosco inside.
Oof.
Good screen by
Montego
Hawkins.
Cummings got some room down the lane.
Yeah.
Draws the
Ah,
I don't know.
Freeman could do. He had
that
to
looked
go
clean.
get- Just the second foul on Freeman.
Watch this move right here. You'll see a screen up top right here by Hawkins. Now that frees him to get down inside. Watch him get around Bosco. Cummings.
Well, yeah, Bosco, you're supposed to be calling it out.
That's a weak foul call.
Yeah.
That's a tall ball to me. Not in the Big East.
Free throw attempt this afternoon.
You see those
Will the rest
assists
get bored,
already?
you know?
Montego Cummings on the, right
That's
on the
true.
verge of having a double in assists. He's got 9.
I think as much as
That's a quiet-ass 9 assists.
I would think so.
4 points
That snuck up on me.
offensively. It's the Panthers.
It was. It really
He
was.
was like 1 for 12 from
It might have been a
before.
home job.
Forces it up.
You thought you were getting the
Oh,
makeup
wow.
call there.
Ooh.
After he snared that ball. That time, El-Amin.
Did you poke that guy in the
I
eye?
overassessed my ability right there.
Do you still have that guy's eye, or
Yeah,
did you give it back?
He's close to the basket and he has no one to pass to.
Frankly, I'm glad you poked him in the eye. He deserved it.
For a young man with
Yeah.
back problems, Taylor's not afraid to stick his nose
I should have dropped it off to Kevin. Wow.
Decision right there. I mean, you got to give that ball up.
He's
before you
faking
get
it.
yourself into that position.
Full court pressure now from the Huskies. We're inside the 6-minute mark, time remaining. Now, this is what the Panthers worked on a lot yesterday, handling this kind of pressure.
Yep. See, Coach, he took me out for that play.
Is he yelling at you right now?
On the shot clock, 5
No, it really. No, but and it was the right move to make. I as a sophomore, come on, I should know better than that. So, coaches have to
clock winds to 5.
make their point too. And
Keeps his dribble, backs away, puts up a shot. And
unfortunately for me, it was a bad play, but it's the right coaching move.
Good trip that time for Connecticut.
Did Jake
I
just
don't
grab
think
that
I
guy's
did
head?
that again the whole season after this.
To get in a position to get chance now for Connecticut to tie if they can make a 3.
it is a 3-point ball game. Just
5:15
over 5
down
minutes
3.
remaining at Fitzgerald Fieldhouse. We're on the campus of the University of Pittsburgh.
Away from that zone defense.
Yeah, I was going to say, why'd Pitt go away from that zone?
Freeman powers his way in, bending no good. Bosco kept it alive
Oh.
momentarily. Here comes
Oh.
for Pittsburgh.
Oh.
Greer to Attila Cosby, back to Taylor. Now Vontigo wants that back.
Ricky's always just in everyone's shit.
He really is. Turn around, it's like Ricky Moore right there.
Yeah, you just cannot like hold the ball without Ricky being in your fucking face.
This is Attila Cosby, and now Vontigo Cummings, 10 on the shot clock.
Oh, yeah, no chance.
Three by Cummings comes up short, but it's kept alive.
Give me a break.
Kevin Freeman.
John, it almost looks like Pitt's using Cosby and Hawkins exclusively as
Hey, what's the score?
very, very hard.
We're down 3.
Cummings and Taylor are trying to handle the ball, but anytime Hawkins and
It's going to be tough to come back now.
they're out there setting screens.
It's been pretty balanced for Pittsburgh.
Well,
Short December's
in
in the
these
offing.
type of moments in the game,
The foul was committed right after that.
Cummings powers his way in.
you know,
In
when
his hands, now keeps
and
it alive to Greer.
it's under 5 minutes,
The front of the iron.
we just had extreme confidence in this time that we were going to make the right play. We were going to make more right plays than bad plays. And that's just how our team was built.
Cummings wants to go inside.
I will say you never look rattled. You never look like you feel like the game is out of your control.
Job defensively, trying to shut him down.
Cummings
No, because we
rattles the three out. It's loose.
Grab that.
Coach had to see these certain different scenarios in the game. Down 3 with 2 minutes to go. Down 6 with a minute to go. So we worked on these type of scenarios, and you know we got good at them. And so you know it was like second nature when we got into the game, and we had to actually put that type of comeback together.
That's a hell of a pass right there,
That was
Kevin.
gorgeous.
Beautiful.
See that drop down pass. Freeman turned, looked over his shoulder.
Wow.
Wait, Khalid, you would actually, Calhoun would draw up specific scenarios for down 3 with a minute left and down 5 with 2 minutes left, things like that?
Count is on.
Yes, and we're working on different presses. If we're man to man, if we're full court zone trapping, whatever, you know, we were just working on our different defenses in those type of scenarios. Yes, we would do that.
It's going to be the defensive
That makes an infinite amount of sense in hindsight.
They do.
We stepped out of bounds.
Actually in the hands of Pitt, so the ball will go back.
Did they call it tie-up?
This was the year that the ball went to the defensive team on a
Yeah.
tie-up.
Oh, what?
That's how it should
For
be.
1 year, and it was such chaos. They threw it away immediately.
I love it.
It sounded like such a good idea, and then in practice, it was a disaster.
All right, you're back in, Khalid.
Comeback that's cut a 13-point lead to 1.
There you go.
Oh,
Oh,
I'll finish that. Come on.
We're back.
Oh,
Oh,
Ooh. Ooh.
oh, what?
come on.
That's offensive goal.
Oh my God!
Oof. Little luck there.
What a mess.
oh, wow. I forgot about that play.
What a ludicrous play.
Between the rim and the backboard.
Kelly Taylor made a tremendous move at the midcourt. Look at Cosby slapping it away. Watch this ball behind his back right
He just had to pull his drawers up. That was so funny.
Good open court right there. Taylor couldn't
That's just enough defense.
right in the corner right there.
So it's Pittsburgh back.
This is the second Attila Cosby game I've seen in like 2 weeks, and I'm pretty annoyed by him as a player.
Yeah.
Saturday afternoon in Pittsburgh. Glad you could join us. Don't leave us yet.
I'm glad we're not watching another good Vontigo Cummings game.
Spinning in the lane.
I don't think Attila lived up to his hype.
Come on. And one?
That felt like a dagger at the time.
Raptors winning all those loose balls.
Feels like a dagger right now.
Are you sure we won this game?
no, actually.
Russ picked this game. Anything.
Russ snuck in a loss somehow.
Watch right here as Hawkins gets himself in position for this
Oh.
rebound. Ball comes right across the lane. He picks it up.
Wow.
Look at all the loose
Kept it alive on that other
balls
side.
are going to them.
Right to
Yeah, this is. If not for the ending, this would be a super annoying game.
Chance now to really get the Panthers up by 4.
I mean, this was all necessary to set up, because it was such a miraculous comeback.
Yeah.
Certainly the most miraculous UConn comeback of my lifetime.
I remember watching this game vividly.
Yeah, me too. I can remember where I
Me
was.
too. Same. I was on the floor in my mom's room.
What the fuck?
It's a terrible shot.
We were in our living room. Our parents were not home. They were on
Correct.
a motorcycle ride.
That is correct. And we were
came
losing
back
our
after.
shit. Like screaming at the television.
66-62 with exactly 2 minutes to
It was very important to 15-year-old Peter that UConn won every game.
Yeah, 'cause that was my senior year in high school. Yeah. Yep.
I mean, it's important to 32-year-old Kevin that UConn win every game.
Yeah.
Still very important.
Yeah. So it's a 2-possession game as far as the Huskies are concerned. 2 minutes to play. Pittsburgh led 40 to 30.
Hey, Khalid, I don't want you to say anything that you shouldn't say on a podcast, but how's Ish doing?
A little bit both ways for Ralph Willard and Jim Calhoun in the second half.
Oh, he's doing pretty good. He's going to transfer for his senior year. He's transferring from Ball State.
I'm locked in, man. That's why I don't want you to say anything that gets you in trouble.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, if you want to get in trouble.
Yeah,
come on. Are you kidding me?
He has a couple of Big East teams that he's talking to right now, so we'll see.
Interesting.
We'll see what happens. I know the Big East team I want him to go to, but we'll see how it plays out. It's still early.
I was going to say, I've heard of one Big East team at least.
I feel
There's
like we
one
all
good Big East team that I'm familiar with. That's probably the school he should go to.
we would all like him to go to.
I mean, an El-Amin in the Big East has never gone wrong.
It's true.
Yeah, I feel like we're about to see a success story in a few minutes, but we'll see.
Man. We'll see.
So I'm talking about. Jake got a lot of bullshit calls. That was a bullshit
So
call.
many bullshit calls.
There you go.
Oh.
See? Ball don't lie. Give it up, Rip. Ooh. All right.
That was a foul.
Make
That was a foul.
Oh, sit down, Pitt fans. Are you
That was
kidding
at
me?
least as much of a foul as the one on the other end.
Their student section is right behind both benches, both team benches. That section right there, oh, they were crazy. I mean, crazy.
I understand in 1999 that's super annoying, but that also kicks fucking ass, and UConn should do that.
Yeah, I feel like it's dangerous to put them behind the opposing bench, though.
There's like just like a rope right behind it.
Yeah, the rope is really doing a lot of work.
Yeah, oh, it is a rope.
Now, Khalid, when we get to the last 5 seconds
gotta
of
make
this
that,
game, if you could give us a transcript of exactly what you're saying to the crowd as you're celebrating, I think we'd all love to hear
I will
that.
try to. All right.
Dream come true.
Shot clock at 20. Penetration.
Here you go, Jake.
Nice block.
That's what I'm talking about.
God, I forgot how good he was.
Yeah.
Just because he didn't score
But the
much.
Huskies have to hurry.
But like
Hit it.
watching him play, he was so impactful.
Oh,
Ricky was going for his third made free.
Hey, look out.
did he just lose that? I thought it was blocked.
Yeah, it looked blocked.
Oh,
Okay.
no.
Scored it out of
Nope, he
advanced.
Wait,
Yeah,
what the
just-
fuck just happened?
What's happening right now?
This
Hey,
game's
look, the
chaos.
last three, those last three possessions, we looked like we were out of whack. We looked like, we were panicking and we were trying to do too much.
So
That was a great timeout.
you're down 6 with 1:10 left.
No way they come back and
No
win this
chance.
game.
Khalid, I think you're going to lose this game, man. Sorry we invited you
Look
for
at the
this.
fans. Look at the fans. They're just going crazy. Look.
Oh, they're so happy and they're about to be so sad, and that makes me happy.
Yeah, that makes
Not
me
just
so
sad,
happy.
but mad.
Yeah.
They're going to be sad, and then they're going to be taunted about it immediately.
Yeah.
Like when it's
they
really
deserve.
They're throwing things on the
painful.
court.
And they're
Were they
not even
throwing
being
things?
able to get because they know they had it coming.
Look at Jim in the deep squat.
That's right. So they still have 2:20s. They can stop the clock a couple more times.
Yeah, he's not getting that low now at St. Joe's.
And 10 seconds. So basketball. It is Pittsburgh by
The
No,
marathon.
you
man.
didn't say that.
You look ahead to what to count for right now.
I didn't say that.
Coach is not getting that low. He is not getting that low.
A little spoiler alert: UConn would win every game on the screen right now.
Yep.
Yes.
Big facts.
Pittsburgh has already played 10 games. This is their 11th game. They really got the spark
By 35, 24, 23, 23, and 35.
Yeah, they were pretty good.
That was a pretty good team.
Turns out.
Pretty good.
Not bad.
so far.
This was the first Big East game, right?
Sounds right.
They sure did. Our
Yes.
game is produced and
Sounds right.
distributed by ESPN Regional Television. We thank you for watching. Along with Larry Conley, I'm John Sanders. And these Pitt students
It always felt final when ESPN put that graphic up. That was like,
Yeah.
this game is brought to you by.
El-Amin looks to Hamilton.
Oof.
Quickly jumps out on him. Back to
Yeah, you don't want to be
Any
down
ring.
6 when that graphic comes up.
Yeah, no.
El-Amin, Hamilton leans in.
Whoa.
Back to El-Amin for a three, and he
That'll
gets
work.
Oh,
Oh,
a shot by
Wet.
Hold on.
beautiful.
10, all in the
Beautiful.
second half, and he's brought his team back
That's definitely the
within
biggest
3
shot
now.
you're going to hit in this game.
4 seconds.
Yeah, no doubt. Nothing can top that.
Yeah.
You know, and it was a simple drive and kick.
it's a little two-man game.
Ugh.
Yep.
Who called the timeout?
Ever so close to
UConn or
getting a
Pitt?
piece of that basketball, but he just came up
I assume
short
UConn.
as he tried for the block. You knew Hamilton and El-Amin were going to be
Call you back.
each other, and whoever was going to be open was going to launch the three. Since on that possession, they were basically the only two guys.
Khalid's locked in. He's calling people back.
How did Pitt use all their time?
Yeah, how did they?
They've been winning this entire half.
Well, they're poorly coached. You must remember.
Sure.
Oh, that's a
I feel like
dog
right
shit
there,
call.
Pitt realized the game was over. They're like, oh shit.
You know, they were in trouble. Pitt was in trouble getting the ball in bounds. There was no timeouts left. Connecticut almost came up with a turnover, and El-Amin reached out.
They called a foul on that?
No,
Yep.
no. Wait, did they?
Yes.
Yeah.
What?
That's dog shit.
I'm mad. Somebody write down who these refs are. I'm gonna find them.
Probably
Send them a
Carl Pep.
sternly worded letter.
Yeah.
For what it's worth, Pittsburgh's coach was fired after this season. And
Probably
then went to,
because he
Then went
blew
to
a
Holy Cross.
6-point lead in the last minute.
Khalid, do you feel bad about that?
he cost this guy his job. He had to move to Worcester after that.
Well, that's punishment.
No, he was home.
Part of the
from Pittsburgh.
territory.
That's fair. That is an upgrade, actually. I take it back.
His son is Kevin Willard,
Yeah.
That's right.
coach of Seton Hall.
All right, so there's choke number 1 on that missed free throw. We'll keep track. Look at Jake. Here he comes.
Hawkins drops off. El-Amin. Mooring. Hamilton.
Drive and kick.
El-Amin. Penetrates, shoots, bending off, no good. Tip almost.
Come on.
Stop,
Get
stop.
in.
Oh,
There we are. Oof.
oh God.
20 seconds to play.
Reset.
What's that
Oh,
call?
come on.
Pitt will have it.
What?
Travel.
What?
That's
that what
not
that
a
was?
How was that a travel?
What an effort it was underneath that basket by both clubs. Did you see all the hands flying up around that rim?
Jim's like, oh really? I'm gonna burn your house down.
The UConn basket at one point
Yeah.
during that scramble.
It always felt like whenever you saw Calhoun laugh on the sideline, like it was almost scarier than
Yeah,
watching
someone was
him
about to
just
die.
irate.
Yeah.
To the line and make the free throws. Do they go after Taylor again? He's inbounding the ball.
Trust me, he wasn't laughing. Shit.
Half court.
Is
I'm
that
real
18
mad now.
seconds left?
Greer will pick up his
18.
Yeah.
That's an 8?
So Ricardo gave it
That's an
They
8.
could not afford all the light bulbs for their scoreboard.
They spent all their money on rope.
to shoot Greer at the line. See, the foul was on Freeman, who picked up his 4th personal foul. So he is now
And even if they make one of two, like, there's no way UConn can score 5 points.
No.
Khalid, when you're walking across the lane right there to switch sides, are you just trying to get in his head?
Oh, you definitely.
Oh, now you're not even there. You're in the backcourt.
That's the big one.
Oh.
Did you like say shit? Be like, you're gonna miss because you're a bitch.
I don't know if I said something to him, but yes, I would occasionally, definitely, I would walk in front of him and say something or try to grab him, try to touch him, something.
Try to touch him?
I love it.
Joke number 2.
Fuck with him.
Yeah.
All right.
What a brick.
Wonder what's gonna happen here. Something good, maybe.
All
They
right.
want that shut up.
He got nailed.
Oh my god, he did get
God,
nailed.
what a 3.
Really should have called the foul on that.
How did he make that?
I
How did he make that?
don't.
Wow.
I
The
don't
greatest
know.
shooter in UConn history. I mean,
I feel like at this point we were just screaming watching this game.
But it was still like, because what is there, 9 seconds left?
I have no idea.
Yeah. It's 9 seconds.
I don't know what that number is.
That graphic is excellent.
We have ET seconds left.
Because
it looked like E.T. The alien.
What number was that?
Unclear. Unclear.
Anyone want to say that was a backcourt violation there?
Huh?
Should I notice?
It was
God,
close.
that-
It was
That
close.
was close.
You gotta love they showed the drive of the game.
Yeah.
Right before the
Yeah,
drive of the
like,
game.
Maybe just wait.
All right. All right, here we go. The worst.
Oh, you
pass
should
in
let
the
it go. Don't touch it.
Wonder what happens. Let's watch.
All right, shh.
And I saw Ricky Greer was guarding me 4 fouls.
So
No
good.
timeouts.
Because they blew all their timeouts for no reason.
All right, here we go. Here we go.
Talk your shit, man.
Fuck you, motherfucker. You talking crazy about us. We're the Huskies. We're number 1. Fuck you and this raggedy ass arena. We're out of here.
Yes.
Oh my God, that is so good.
It's the best thing I've ever heard in my life.
Who was that guy that you just hugged?
Deion Carson.
He was a Muslim brother from New York that I knew. He was actually friends with Lamar Odom. I knew him from New York. He was from Buffalo, New York. He just came down to see us play. Yeah, he was just a friend. Yeah.
Oh,
That is so satisfying. You have no idea.
watching that.
I had to wait to make sure he didn't make the shot.
Yeah.
You look nervous.
Now, the thing I've always wondered is, Khalid, when Calhoun pulls you off the table, is he screaming at you like, get the fuck off the table?
Yeah. He's telling me to walk out classy, win with class, and don't stoop to the level of, the student section. But hey, I'm a
he has to say
20-year-old kid at the time. It's hard for me to let that go.
You were right and he was wrong. I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
Yeah. Calhoun
Yeah.
owes you an apology for that.
Fuck all those motherfuckers.
Oh, that is so good.
Oh,
my
it's
God.
amazing. So happy. Ooh, we got some highlights.
Oh,
Yeah.
I remember, didn't Ricky get hit in the face with a bottle after that?
Wait, what? Is that real?
Wasn't that this
Yeah.
game? They started throwing
yeah,
shit.
no, that's what I'm saying. They were throwing things. People were getting hit. Yes.
Look at that dude right in
they're
front of
doing
us, like,
stuff
see it.
right now.
Yeah, they're throwing stuff.
The one Limp Bizkit dude right in front of you was like, all right. I mean, go off, kid.
Oh man, I'm fired up right now. Like
I know.
I'm ready to like run through a wall right now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm ready to call Kevin Freeman and make him
I
watch
hope
another
you guys
game.
have me back on for another game. This is fun.
Hell yeah.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Clay, we're going to do this every Friday night from now until the quarantine lifts. So
Sounds good. Sounds good.
I love these old videos because then they just go right to the highlights. Because this is how I prefer to watch
Yeah.
big UConn wins. Is I want to watch it and then immediately I want to watch it again.
I gotta say, TCF making just UConn specific highlights of every game.
That's all I want.
It's a whole
Yeah.
new paradigm in sports viewing.
Shout out to UConnHuskyGames.com, by the way, which keeps all these games up and lets us do this.
Oh yeah.
That's what the
Oh yeah.
A treasure trove.
I can't get over that pass. What the fuck was he doing?
Were you yelling at Freeman to let that ball go out of bounds?
I think we were saying let it go, but I'm happy that he didn't.
Yeah.
He knew.
Out. It worked
He's
out.
like, no, this is the play.
Yeah,
I can
he knew
feel
it was up. Shout K-Free.
Now, Khalid, if we wanted to watch another game from your years at UConn, which one would it be? Can't be the Duke game, because that's the obvious one.
No, maybe the Stanford game. The Stanford game was cool.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Stanford game. We should definitely watch
That was a
that.
fun game.
Maybe,
Excellent choice.
or maybe, Michigan State game.
Ooh.
Yeah, that was a good one.
That's a good one.
Would you come
What
on
was the
for
game
the
where you
Gonzaga
just
game?
like humiliated someone the most? Like you just lit somebody up.
Might be that Fairfield game.
Me personally, or as a team?
You personally. Like a game where you drop 30 on somebody.
Oh. I don't think sophomore year I scored 30. I think I scored 28 in an earlier game in the season. But I don't think I scored 30 as a sophomore.
Well,
How about that game against West Virginia? I think it was.
Or, what
2000.
about Iowa? Or West Virginia? Or Iowa in the NCAA tournament?
I would be down for any of these, obviously.
All of the
Or
above.
New Mexico?
I'd watch all of them.
Khalid, now that you're an expert on this website and how to use it, I feel like got to tap into that.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
All right, we'll let you go, my man. Khalid El-Amin, the greatest.
This was
Thank
awesome.
You,
Thank you
for
so much for
joining
doing
us,
it.
my
Yeah.
guy.
This
This was so
delightful.
fun.
Okay.
This was a highlight of my life.
Whenever you're willing, we'll do it again.
Oh, yeah. Okay, we'll do it again. Just write me. We'll get it together and we'll get back on. No problem.
Love
Thank
it.
you for having me, guys.
Thanks so
All right.
much.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for listening to
Bye,
Down Back
Khalid.
Retrocast.